Alright guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993. Definitely a little bit of a different view here. Not used to having me, down below as I am in the graphic, but for the graphic I found, it's pretty much different. But yeah, so I have a little fun fact I'd like to share with you guys. But I'm sure some of you, of course, may have known. I only found this out actually just very recently. And I think, even though he's not a fan favorite at all, not really, especially if he was hyped up for how many weeks that we just didn't care and all, people see much potential in him, but I think this is a pretty cool fun fact as a baseball fan as well. So, Veer Mahaan, or just Veer, or he was briefly the tag team that Malcolm Bivens had debuted in NXT right at the beginning of the pandemic era that just faded away, and then of course they were Veer and Shanky with Jinder Mahal, and now he's on a singles run now on Raw, Veer Mahaan. So recently my friend Joe had texted me and said, did you know that Veer Mahaan apparently once played for the Pittsburgh Pirates? And I'm like, that can't be, I've never even heard of him on the main roster. Well, of course, his real name, Rinkun Singh. And then, of course, he showed me the photo. I'm like, yeah, I've never seen him, unless he was in the minor leagues. But then I thought, wait a minute. I thought back to an old production I remember watching, and that took place back in 2014, I think the film came out. But there was a film that came out called $1 Million Arm. It was about this businessman who was struggling with some local competitors, and he decided to have these players, these India cricket players, basically come and see who can throw like the hardest fastball or whatnot, and he was going to train two people to become pitchers baseball players in America. Of course, stuck with pitching. And one of those two, actually, the winner was a runner-up. The winner was a guy named Rinkun Singh. And he, of course, he was a lefty, and him and Dinesh, I believe the other guy's name was, were the winners, and they went to Los Angeles and trained, and eventually got contracts by the Pittsburgh Pirates, which, of course, as I remember when I saw that movie, I was like, I've never heard of these guys before. I wonder what they're doing now. Well, I got my answer. It seemed that Rinkun Singh, one of the players, from what I read, actually did solid, but he never got above single A. Late in his career, there was some elbow injuries. I think he had like Tommy John surgery. They unfortunately decided to step away from baseball, and he decided to get into professional wrestling. In 2018, he signed with WWE. And 4 years later, he's Veer Mahaan. So I think it's pretty cool. Veer Mahaan is Rinkun Singh. That's his real name. He was one of the two people on $1 Million Arm. And again, it's based on a true reality series with Jay. The guy's name again was, let me pull it up here again. It was J.B. Bernstein was the guy's name. And it was a really good movie. I haven't seen it since I saw it in theaters, but as a baseball fan, I thought it was pretty cool. Seeing them, try to train guys who weren't even much of baseball players to begin with, from scratch, to be signed to major league contracts in a good, business move to give his business, good revenue and whatnot. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing to see. Even though, of course, I know Veer Mahaan is not the best, I'm not going to deny it. A few times I've seen him, it's like, okay, he's fast-paced, he's aggressive. Could be something there, but I don't want to set my hopes high for a Veer Mahaan, of course, as everybody thought he was just, overhyped for the longest time because he just took 8 or 9 months to finally debut after he was hyped up for so long. But I think this is pretty cool. So yes, Veer Mahaan is Rinkun Singh, who was one of the two pitchers based off the true story of $1 Million Arm. I thought that was pretty cool, and I just wanted to share that. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Did you guys know this fact as well? Make sure you leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And which is always to slap a like on the video, subscribe for more content on my channel, and follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirboy93. Till then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you all later, and have a great rest of your night. Peace out, everybody.